Ever's got your mental, and we're back again with another banger. Yes, sir. The best scalping strategy in the world, guys. In just a month, we took an account from 7K, 8K rands to more than 400K. The best trading strategy in the world. Learn how to do this in less than 20 minutes. Ever's got your mental. Let's go!
A fucking goat outside.
It's just a goat.
No, it's a fucking goat.
We are about to start the actual video, guys. As you guys saw, we're gonna help you learn how to grow a small account into a big account, how to grow 7,000 or less into 5 figures or even more. So before you even go further, guys, there's a question that I got from one of you, one of our subscribers. He has this question, and the question reads: great content, I have a question though. Hopefully you guys can share some light. A lot of guys have videos that say realistically you can expect about 3% a month if you're a good forex trader. Making much more is not sustainable in the long term, but I see videos and others where guys double accounts fast. What is the truth here? Why so many big gains are unrealistic? Honestly, guys, I can't really speak on what other people do, but I want to explain to you guys exactly what we do and how we're able to achieve the results that we're able to achieve. As you guys saw in our previous video, what we do is we apply the 4 quadrants, and on the 4 quadrants, we mostly apply the 3rd and the 4th quadrant, of which the 3rd quadrant speaks about high risk, high reward, and the last quadrant speaks about low risk, high reward. The low risk, high reward is the method you can use to make about 3% a month or even more, and the high risk, high reward is when you've actually grown as a trader, you're able to divide your profits and you are able to grow. Basically, you can play with profits. One thing I want you guys to understand is that when it comes to forex trading is all about probabilities, it's all about risk management, and it's all about risk to reward ratio. Once you understand these 3 principles, that is when you're ready to master the market. Once you understand all these 3 principles, the only thing you need to master is psychology. Technical analysis is a skill that you can master over time. However, it's not the only skill you need in order for you to be profitable. You need to be able to master your emotions. Trading is a journey, guys. You can't learn how to master emotions in a day or 10 days. You may need 1 year to master emotions, you may need 3 years, or you may even need up to 5 years in order for you to master trading with your emotions. But eventually, you're gonna make it as long as you don't give up. So I'm gonna show you guys exactly how we're able to reach what we're able to reach. Remember, guys, what we did in this video, we started an account with over 100K, and with the 100K, we grow it gradually over the months, and we're able to make over 100K profits. With the 100K profits that we made, we only took 7,000 off our initial profits that we made, and from the profits we knew that this is the money we can afford to lose. With the money we can afford to lose, that is where you're able to apply the 3rd quadrant, and that is the high risk, high reward. The reason is, guys, we've been trading the forex market for quite some time now, over 5 years, approaching our 6th year trading the forex market. You can even go check our videos all the way from where we started when we trading the forex market. We used to look at people like Michael Marcos, people like Joe Soros, Richard Dennis. These are great traders, and the reason we know these guys, and the reason these guys are known historically, is because they were able to take risks. To be honest, guys, you can't change your life if you don't take some certain type of risk. That is literally what every successful individual will say to you. You need to take some risk if you want to change your life. The only thing you need to understand is your risk reward ratio, risk management, and to be able to understand probabilities. So, guys, as you can see, currently we're analyzing our trading pairs. You guys can see this is the analysis that we had. I'm going to explain everything that we have and how we're able to reach what we reached. Currently, I have 167 trading profits running. I'm going to be closing some profits, and I want to show you guys exactly what we're able to do. I'm going to go to the history, and with the history, guys, you can see already we started with 59 deposit, which is approximately 6,000 rand. I'm also going to show the USD amount as well, and with that amount we made over 200K profits. 200K profits. This basically took us 2 to 3 months to do this, and we're able to draw over 100K profits. As you guys can see, it's been a very wonderful month, good trading month. Everything went according to plan. We're able to make profits. We took the account from 8K. I'm also going to show you guys the USD amount as well, and we're able to take it to more than 400K profits, 400K profits. This is what we applied. We took the profits from the 100K profits. We're able to make a deposit, the money we can afford to lose. One thing I can tell you guys, risk is the price you pay for opportunity. As the old saying goes, scared money don't make no money. That's how we're able to do this. This is of course a real account, as you guys can see. We're able to do this. And remember guys, we do take losses. It's not only about wins, you do take losses, as long as you know how much you lose when you're wrong and how much you win when you are right. So we're gonna show you guys exactly how we're able to achieve the same results, how to do the same thing for yourself, and we're gonna teach you the best scalping trading strategy that we have currently. We have the FS Gold trends and trend strategy, and we have the FS Gold high and low strategy, which talks more about the break-off structure. So as you guys can see, how were we able to catch the gold trade is explained on the screen, right? I want to show you guys something quickly. Please come check the gold trade that I took over there. You can see this is the trade that I took that came to the low side of the market. As you guys know, we sell high and we buy low. We took the trade from the low and the market has been going on a continuation towards the upside. So what I'm going to show you guys here is what we have on this screen. The market was in an overall bearish market, and we can see that because the market had lower lows, of which the market was reaching the lows towards its bottom, and we had lower highs, meaning that the market was on a bearish momentum. The market was in a selling trend and it was going towards the downside. We had lower highs at the top, lower lows at the bottom. How we're able to spot our buy is by something that we call break-off structure. As you guys can see over here, I've put myself my break-off structure whereby the market changed from lower lows and it created a higher high. The market has been having lower highs because you can see this high was lower than the previous high, lower than the previous high, and then the market came and created a new higher high. So by creating a new high, that's when we saw we had the first break-off structure. Now the reason we didn't take our buy at this moment right here is because we don't buy when the market is high. We only sell high. We don't buy high. So we had to wait for the market to create a higher low. We had to wait for the market to create a low in order for us to actually enter within our buy zone. I've noted this area here as a buy zone because I know the moment we had a break-off structure, we're gonna wait for our buy zone and we're gonna take our entry on the high low, on the low, so that we buy low and we can sell high. From there, the market continued, it hit the next high low, and from there we could have took another entry, but we did not. We held the trade, and that is why we're basically going for the overall resistance, which is the overall high of the trade. And that's how we're able to take the gold trade. Guys, as you can see, currently we have stop loss above entry and we are near, right? We have stop loss above entry, as you guys can see, and we are approaching our resistance, and that's what we used. We did the same thing basically on Nasdaq as well, and this is even a more deeper analysis. We're basically using all the tools that we need. And for you guys who wanted a simpler version, we also applied it as well on the GBAD trade. We're able to see applying the same concept, high-low strategy and the FS Gold trends and trend strategy. We're able to see with trends and trends we were coming from a bullish trend and we started going for a bearish trend. With the bearish trend, we had a breakout, retest. Then once we have a retest, we took our entry upon cross of this trend. I'm going to show you guys over here as well. We do have the analysis and we do have the entries. I'm going to be closing some of the entries. This is where we took our entry from the top to the bottom. We hit the top, we hit the bottom. So the market is about to hit the last take profit, but we're going to be closing some of these trades manually. That's why we're able to do this, guys. Basically, we're able to understand all the things I spoke about in this specific video, guys. I'm also going to show you just a little bit of how we identify the break-off structure. That is a simple strategy you can apply for yourself as well. And I want you guys to remember, we're sharing with you guys all this information completely for free. So we really appreciate it if you hit the like button, hit the sub button, and share the video with many more people. And we're going to keep uploading more videos just like this, guys, showing you, breaking down exactly how we're able to catch our trades and how we're able to grow our trading accounts using the very same skills. Without any further ado, let's go. Welcome back once again, guys. Those of you who made it so far, I would like to give you guys a huge shout out, a huge thank you for making it so far. I can really see your determination, and I know some of you guys may ask yourself, how were you able to do that? And what I can tell you guys is it was literally money I can afford to lose. Reason being that was a 7K that we took from a 100K account. We want to teach you guys how to be able to structure yourself to know how to take calculated risks. You know, we do know that risk is the price you pay for opportunity, and that is exactly what we're going to teach you guys in this specific video. So guys, I'm going to show you what we did. As you can see on the side over there, we had a deposit of 8,000 Rand, and that is of course on our real account, as you guys can see. So on the real account, guys, we started our deposit on the 11th, right? We took the deposit on the 11th. So during that time, we were still analyzing the market. As you guys can see, this is where we started with our analysis, basically looking for an entry. So what we did is we're looking for a high probability trade. And one thing I can tell you guys, in order for you to get a high probability trade, you need to be able to be patient. We did tell you guys trading is a game of probability. You need to understand risk management as well as your risk to reward ratio. So once you understand these three core principles, you just need to now focus solely on your psychology, and that is you being able to analyze with the emotions. So when we started, guys, we started with the gold trade. We knew that we're in an overall bullish trend, and with the overall bullish trend, the market came and created for us our overall resistance. So the market failed to cross this level multiple times. That's how we knew the market is now changing towards the bearish side. Impulse move, correction, right? So guys, what we did is we needed to understand the overall trend. That is why we started on a higher time frame, and when we go to the 1 hour chart, which is what I'm showing you now, is how we're taking our entries. So usually when we start on a higher time frame, we need to understand what is the overall of the trend. And now by us knowing the overall of the trend, we knew that this correction was creating for us a highly probable trade, because once we had a correction, we're going to wait for a further impulse, and that's how we're able to catch the trade. So now we knew the overall of this trend was bullish. You can see the market came here, gave us a resistance, came back, gave us a lower low, we had a lower high, came back again, gave us a lower low, lower high, continued like so. As you can see previously, once it makes a low, it came back and broke the low, but in this area here, it came back, made a low. When it came back, we couldn't break the low. This was a first indication of a possible change, and that is where we took our first trade. So as you can see on the 23rd, this is around the 23rd of November, that's when we started taking our first trade upon breakout and retest. I can also put it with the candlesticks. You can see we had a retest, we took our first trade. So one thing you can see, guys, this was actually 2 trades. These are the trades that we closed first. You can see on the side as well. You can see we also had a stop loss hunt. For the stop loss hunt, it was around this area. So the first trade, we closed them, the first trades, and there were trades that we held as well. The one that got to like the 87 levels. So the market came back and broke the overall lower high, making a new higher high. And by this high, there's an indication of break of structure, which confirmed for us that I can actually hold the trade. This is what we started to discuss at first, and once we got the third confirmation, we are now ready for a bullish momentum. Already we saw with the spike, the market came back, gave us a spike, and that's how we would take our entry upon breakout retest. And when it came back and actually crossed above our lower high, creating a new higher high, it was indicating that we're in a change of trend, and that is how we're able to hold this trade overall until we reached our higher high. So this is our last trade that we took on gold, and this is how much you made with gold. As you guys can see, this is what happened on gold. The next trade that we took was GBP/AUD. So with GBP/AUD, guys, you can see we did take some loss as well, especially when we started. We started by seeing that we do have our sell zone here and we do have our buy zone there. The market was on an overall bullish trend, but we had a bearish trend, of which this was a trend in trends. So one thing I can tell you guys, the strategies that we're applying here are the FS Code 3.0 strategies. And what we did, we applied the FS Code high and low strategy, we applied the FS Code trends in trend strategy, and together with the new FS Code high and low modifications, of which we have now incorporated institutional trading, of which that's why we have buy zones and sell zones, and we incorporated market structure as well. So in terms of zones, we have the best zones because we teach people how to properly identify your support and resistance, which is the FS Code high and low. So we're able to incorporate that with institutional trading, and that's how we're able to catch our trades. So what happened here? So we had a breakout with a bearish trend. The market came back, had a breakout retest. So we knew that we're gonna look for a sell towards the downside until we reached our overall buy zone, of which it was our old lows. This was the low from the past. We were expecting the market to actually test those levels. So the first trade we took, it came back, had a retest, and it took us out. It was not ready to sell. That's when we took our other trades. This was one of the trades that we held. Luckily with the gold profit, we were already at a level whereby we can actually hold the trade. So the market came back, gave us a retest, stop loss hunt. This time the market came through. Trust in your skills, believe in yourself, need to have the confidence in your setup. The market came down and we had the overall win. As you guys can see, that's the GBP/AUD trades. And we also took the USD/CHF trades. USD/CHF was very easy. We didn't continue, but we should have, because we are still upon our sell zone. With USD/CHF, we went overall bearish trend whereby the market was giving us a correction. What we try to do, guys, is understand what is the overall direction of the trend, and with the overall, we need to make sure that we're able to now go to smaller time frames to look for our entries. And for our entries, we're going to look for a correction. When we find a correction, we need to find an entry towards the impulse. What I mean is, when the market is still selling, we're going to look for the place whereby the market is correcting, whereby we are patient enough to wait for our impulse or overall sell. Since we're in a bearish trend, we're looking for overall sales. So with the overall direction, we did take our sell over here, guys. I'm gonna take it to like 30 minutes. The market came back with a breakout retest. With the retest outside, we took our first entry. We're expecting sales, but the market came back. We had to come back, but we didn't come back to the trade. Another thing, we also took Euro AUD. So guys, this is Euro AUD. This wasn't really complicated. We saw that we're in an overall bearish trend, and with the overall bearish trend, we had an impulse move, correction, impulse move. So what we did is we're able to catch our trade with the break of structure. So we have over there, we guys can see we had an impulse move, correction. Once we broke outside the correction, we waited for the retest. And lastly, this is what happened, guys. So basically the last trade that we took was GBUD. We just held some of the last trades, and that's how we're able to make most of the money. If you like the video, please make sure you leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see more of this, please share with other people and let us know if you want to get more videos like this. Apart from that, it's Joe Mental signing out.